Democracy is the most popular system of governance, but is it actually good or just the best of the worst? Some says it is the ultimate form of freedom, some says it is just a slow and ineffective mess. So, is democracy truly the best system we have? What is democracy, and is it really that good? Democracy at its core means that the power lies with the people. Citizens elect their representatives, laws are debated, and everyone has a power. But democracy isn't just one system, it comes in many shapes and forms. It adapts to different cultures, histories, and governance systems. Some countries follow the presidential form of government, like US, where the head of the state is directly elected, while others use the parliamentary form of government, like UK and India, where the government is formed by the elected representatives. There are also hybrid democracies, where the elements of both the governance coexist, showing that democracy evolves based on the needs of their people. The good side of democracy. Example, India, the largest democracy. With over a billion people, India shows democracy can work on a massive scale. Free elections, independent industries, and a thriving press ensures accountability. Nordic method is a unique blend of a free market capitalism and strong social welfare. Seen in countries like Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and Iceland. It ensures high living standard, free healthcare, education, and worker protection funded by higher taxes. This system balances economic growth with social equality, making their nation some of the happiest and most prosperous in the world. The bad side of democracy. Democracy's strength depends on how well it is implemented. When poorly managed, it can collapse disastrously. Venezuela. From democracy to chaos. Once a democratic success, Venezuela collapsed due to the corruption and economic mismanagement. The US. Flaws in a superpower. Even the most established democracies struggle. Issues like gerrymandering and voter suppression question how truly democratic they are. Democracy isn't automatically good. It depends on how it is structured and maintained. Is democracy important or just an overrated concept? Most people say democracy is important because it gives power to the people. But does it actually lead to a good decision making? Democracy can be unpredictable and emotional. Sometimes majority makes the wrong choice. The risk of popularism. Plato warned that democracy could lead to popularism, where leaders manipulate emotions rather than solving real problems. The Roman Republic. Rome was democratic before becoming an empire. Politicians promote free grain and entertainment to win votes, but corruption destroyed the system. Democracy works best when people are informed. Otherwise, it is just a popularity content.
This is exactly why I don't watch sports. There's a reason why the Romans used to say that if you want to keep people distracted, you simply give them bread and circuses. It is because they knew that if people were fed and entertained, then they wouldn't question anything and they wouldn't think for themselves.
Socrates, the skeptic of democracy. Not everyone should vote. He believed uninformed citizens could make terrible decisions. Democracy equals a popularity contest. He feared that people would vote for charming leaders over competent ones. Education before democracy. He argued that citizens must be well educated to make a rational decision. Public opinion is easily manipulated. The risk of mob rule. He saw democracy as unstable, often lead to an emotional decision making.
सरकार जैसा कहेगी वैसा मान लेंगे, अपने विवेक का इस्तेमाल नहीं करेंगे, तो पढ़ा लिखा होने का मतलब ये बिल्कुल भी नहीं कि हम अपना दिमाग का इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए.
Karl Marx, the critics of capitalistic democracy. Democracy under capitalism is an illusion. He believed that the wealthy class controls the elections. The government serves the rich. He argued that laws and policies are favored the elite. Workers have no real power, even their voting rights. Economic inequality keeps them powerless. True democracy is economic democracy. He supported socialism, where wealth and power are distributed. Election alone doesn't guarantee fairness. He warned against the illusion of choice in democratic systems. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the architecture of largest democracy. Democracy is about justice, not just voting. He saw it as a tool for social and economic equality. Laws must protect the weak. He designed India's constitution to prevent discrimination. Caste and democracy can't coexist. He fought against caste-based oppressions in Indian society. Freedom must be practiced, not just promised. He believed democracy must actively uplift the marginalized. Education is a key to real democracy. He emphasized literature and awareness to make democracy truly functional. What is dictatorship? If democracy is flattened, why not one strong leader should make decisions without interference? Dictatorship is a system where power is held by one person or family or a small group with no checks and balances. Good dictatorship, effective but dangerous. Example, Lee Kuan-yew. He ruled with an iron fist but transformed Singapore into a global success story.
Whoever governs Singapore must have that iron in him, or give it up. This is not a game of cards. This is your life and mine. I've spent a whole lifetime building this. And as long as I'm in charge, nobody's going to knock it down.
Bad dictatorship, more common and more harmful. We have pretty good idea about its examples. Adolf Hitler, one absolute leader, and we all know how that ended. Kim Jong-un, a country with no rights, no oppositions, and forced loyalty.
North Korea is not a joke. It's one of the worst countries in the world. It's isolated, it's dangerous, it's strict, but above all, it's depressing.
Democracy versus dictatorship. Which is better? Democracy is messy but adaptable. Dictatorship is effective but dangerous. In democracy, we can fix the bad leader, but in dictatorship, one mistake can last for decades.
This is Kim Jong-un, ruler of North Korea. He's just 36 years old, but he commands the world's fourth largest military. He has nuclear weapons, and his family has ruled over their people using violence and terror for over 70 years.
The world's largest democracy faces challenges. India is the largest democracy with over 900 million eligible voters. But challenges like money power in elections, media influence, and political dynastics often raise concern about how democratic it truly is.
अरे सर, मैं तो इंडिपेंडेंट मीडिया हूँ ना। अगर मुझे कोई ना भी बुलाए तब भी तो मैं कवर कर ही सकता हूँ। मेरे ही तो देश में कोई आंदोलन चल रहा है कि नहीं? जहाँ तक मेरी जानकारी अभी भी भारत लोकतंत्र ही है, ऐसा मैं जान रहा हूँ। पता नहीं अब शायद चेंज हो गया हो, है कि नहीं?
Democracy doesn't always mean freedom. While India is a democracy, press freedom and civil liberty has faced challenges over the years.
क्रिएटर्स क्यों राइज हो रहे हैं इंडिया में? क्योंकि ध्रुव राठी क्यों राइज हो रहा है इंडिया में?
नमस्कार दोस्तों।
क्योंकि न्यूज से हम यंगस्टर्स का भरोसा बिल्कुल उठ गया। ठीक है, हम लोग नहीं देखेंगे न्यूज। क्यों नहीं देखेंगे? क्योंकि न्यूज बिक चुकी है। न्यूज को बड़े कॉर्पोरेट्स ने खरीद लिया है और फिर वो एक ही टाइप की न्यूज बेचेंगे। अब अगर क्रिएटर्स को भी बड़े कॉर्पोरेट्स खरीद ले तो फिर क्रिएटर्स भी क्यों देखेंगे ना?
Restriction on dissents, internet shutdown, and political interference in institutes remind us that democracy needs constant protection.
ये है उत्तर प्रदेश का संबल जिला, जहां भारत के ही कुछ नागरिकों को भारत की ही सरकार चुनने के अपने फंडामेंटल राइट को एक्सरसाइज करने से वायलेंट मीन से रोका गया।
बहुत बुरी तरीके से पीट रहे थे पुलिस वाले, वोट भी नहीं डालने दे रहे थे, भगा दिया था सबको मार तोड़ करके।
सर में लगी, ये लगी घोटी पे, ये देखो ये लगा,
भगदड़ रही है बहुत। 2 घंटे पोलिंग बूथ बंद रहा।
जैसे साउथ की मूवियों में होता ना, एकदम आई पोलिंग रुकवाई, धड़ 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 धड़।
कह रहे थे नकली थे ये, आधार कार्ड फर्जी वोट डाल लो तुम लोग। तो जब सरकार की तरफ से पर्ची आ रही है तो वोट क्या नकली आ रही है? कोई वोट अब नहीं करेंगे तो और कब करेंगे? 5 साल में एक मौका था हमारे पास वोट करने का। ऐसे वोट पड़ेंगे तो कौन डालने जाएगा इतनी पिटाई करने के बाद।
India's constitution is one of the most detailed. Unlike the US constitution, which only has 27 amendments, India's constitution is the largest written constitution in the world, designed to ensure equality, justice and rights for all. Electronic voting pointers. India was one of the first countries to adopt electronic voting machines, EVMs, which transformed the voting process but comes with its own consequences. Social media influences democracy more than ever before. Fake news spread faster than truth, shaping public opinion in a dangerous way. Factly India is a highly recommended platform for fact-checking, not just for political claims, but also for debunking misinformation circulating on social media. They provide well-researched, data-driven analysis to verify news, politics, and viral content. 8th, democracy is crucial. Democracy isn't just about voting. It needs active protection to stay strong. Corruption, media biases, and public apathy can weaken it if people doesn't stay strong enough. Here's what we can do to protect democracy. Stay informed. Fact-check every news before believing or sharing it. Vote wisely. Don't just follow slogans, but research about their leaders and about their policies. Hold leaders accountable. Speak up through protest, petitions, and discussions. Support free press. A free media helps to expose corruption and keep democracy alive. Democracy works best when people stay aware, ask questions, and take actions. If you have ever wondered why democracy exists in the first place, then Origin is the must-watch. This film deep dives into humanity's journey, from chaos to organized, from rulers to the ruled, showing how and why we build democratic systems. It's not just a history lesson, it's a thought-provoking explanation of power, freedom, and the struggle of just society.
You okay? If you look closely, you'll find something tragic was happening.
Democracy is flattered, but this is the only system where people has a voice. It's up to you to make it work. What do you think? Is it the best system we have?